Next up, we have my friends from DADCO-SunRay, and I'd like to introduce Ron Dahlquist. Ron helps out so much with this event. He's a pillar of the industry. He won our service award last year, but he helps put this whole thing on. He provides all the power and helps with the stage, so thank you, Ron. And Ron's going to be keeping an eye on Hans Law, who's going to actually make the presentation. So tell us about your new gear, guys.
Yeah, tell you a little bit about DADCO first. Ron Dahlquist has been in the motion picture lighting and power distribution business for many, many years. He was instrumental in developing the lunch boxes that probably everybody knows. He also runs SunRay, which is a company that makes large format lighting fixtures, 20, 24K tungsten, 12, 18, 24K HMIs, and large LED tube lighting systems. Today we're going to talk about power distribution. These new lights, LED lights, even if they use less power, they do need power. Wireless power today is not there yet for larger fixtures, so you got to have a place to plug these fixtures in. Also with the LED revolution that we've had in recent years, almost all of the LED fixtures that are on the market have some type of control, DMX being the dominant protocol for controlling these fixtures. So in addition to powering, you also need data distribution. So what we have done, we'll start with some of these guys here. Everybody see that guy? So that is basically the traditional lunch box that had been around for a long, long time. 5 circuit breakers, duplex outlets here, 100 amp in, 100 amp out baits. What we have done, we've taken that traditional lunch box and we put data distribution on top of that and integrated that into the box so you get one physical unit doing both power and data distribution. So this is a unit that is a DMX RDM optosplitter only. When I say only, that's a big deal in itself that these two units are integrated. What you have seen previously is very often they take a optosplitter, which is a little box, put that on top of the lunch box and try to tape it down with gaff tape or something else, and it's never a good solution. So this integrated box provides a lot of protection for the optosplitter. It also powers the electronics to the optosplitter directly from the 100 amp bus that goes through here. So even if any of these breakers trip, if you had the power to the electronics from here, even if these guys trip now, you still have power to the optosplitter, so the rest of your fixtures will be operational with DMX and RDM control. We have also added a little bit of rigging hardware. All of these boxes now have 3 8-inch female thread on them so that you can put a C-clamp or any other rigging hardware, so you don't just have to tie them to something by the handle, which used to kind of be the way to suspend them. Now you can actually get a steady footing with a pair of C-clamps, for example. So this is the standard DMX RDM, and we also sell these with various front panels with twist lock connectors, the Neutrik PowerCom, the Neutrik T1, True 1 connectors, so a lot of variations. The electronics is available in a DMX optosplitter only, an RDM DMX optosplitter, which is this one. Sorry, this is the wireless one. So this one has lumen radio and an optosplitter with 4 outputs on it. Here is the economy version. That's the DMX RDM only optosplitter. And then we have, as lighting control evolves, a lot of lighting control today coming out of the control console or an application that runs on an iPad or a tablet comes out over Ethernet. So this is an Ethernet in to 4 universes of DMX out. So, and the LED fixtures that are out there today, they get more and more sophisticated, more and more DMX control channels per fixture. So it used to be enough to have 1 or 2 universes of DMX control on the floor on the semi-large production. Today, they use up to as many as 4 universes of DMX control just on the floor for portable equipment that is moved back and forth. And this gives you an enormous capacity for control in conjunction with a power distribution. So one thing about, a good thing about LED is you kind of get more light per watt. So a lot of the LED fixtures today are smaller wattage, but on a typical production, you will use more of them. So what do you need? You need more plugging space to plug fixtures in. So what we have done is we expanded on the traditional lunchbox for the people that are really hungry and needs a lot of food. You bring a bigger lunchbox. So we made this one, which is called the Octopus. It does have 8 circuits with duplexes, 20 amp, plus a convenience outlet that is also 20 amps. It has 2 integrated USB ports on it, so if you need to, charge your iPad, have other equipment that runs on USB, you have a place to plug that in as well. This comes with, this model has 2 universes of Lumen Radio DMX with optosplitters. You can get an Ethernet node that is Ethernet streaming ACN and ArtNet in, and 8 ports of DMX, 8 universes of DMX out, or an 8-port DMX RDM splitter. So that's the short story, and we're expanding on this team with integration of power and control. So there's going to be more and more stuff coming out in that department with distros and spiders and things like that that will have Ethernet distribution in them. I should also mention that SunRay makes, as I said earlier, a large format LED, tungsten, and HMI lights. We have what we call the Transmax 12, which is basically a Dino Maxi light that used to take 12 par 64 bulbs. We have now put in LED replacements in that and get a pretty bright fixture. If you guys look over on that wall there, that's lit by the so-called Transmax 12. So if you guys want to look at some bright lights, come over to the wall there and look for the DADCO-SunRay logo.
I'd just like to say that on my last feature, these guys were kind enough to provide their little baby HMI, which was my big gun, an 1800 faceted HMI par. I lit these giant night exteriors with nothing but a couple of those, and K5600 popped in for a little, it was an orange stinger job though, nothing that couldn't plug into a household circuit, and you can do so much today, but LEDs can't do it all. Sometimes you still need an HMI for that single source punch. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.